Hey everyone, it is Deanda. Welcome to my channel. Today what I want to do is share with you the goals that I set for myself for the upcoming week. It is Sunday today, the 15th of September, and these are my goals for Monday the 16th through Sunday the 22nd, which Sunday the 22nd is my birthday, and I'm really excited about that and looking forward to it. My husband told me to pack a bag for the weekend and to bring an outfit that I like to do a photo shoot in. And my friend just texted me and asked me like, what's the plan for your birthday? So honestly, I don't know the plan, but I'm looking forward to it. So anyway, that's kind of all besides the point and unrelated. However, this video is all about my goals for the upcoming week. So before I went to church today, I wrote all my goals out on this notepad. I have a few different categories of goals that I'm going to be working on, and I thought it would be kind of neat to just let you guys in on a little glimpse of some of the things that I'm working on personally, like my personal goals. I am not going to be sharing on this channel, so I'm just sharing the things that I'm comfortable with sharing. And the reason why I started doing weekly goals is because when I was reflecting on where am I as far as meeting my goals for all of 2019, I honestly am a little bit off track. And in some areas I'm a little off track, in some areas I'm like way off track. In some areas I'm doing okay. But I feel like doing these little weekly goals kind of are for maintenance in helping me move towards the bigger goals. Without further ado, here they are. I have 5. Clearly I can't count. I have 5 personal goals, and the first one is, let me get comfortable, y'all. Let me get comfortable. Okay, so my first personal goal is to be in bed by 10:30 each night this week, each weekday night. This past week wore me out. I was so tired this weekend, guys. When I came home from work on Friday, I just crashed. I took a nap on Friday evening. I took a nap on Saturday evening, and I'm feeling okay now, but I have not been tired like that probably since I was pregnant. And so I've really been giving it my all at work, and that can take a toll on the body. I also have a goal of working out 4 times this week. Out of those 4 days, one of the times at least has to be at Planet Fitness, and that is because when my husband started doing the budget in September, the beginning of this month, excuse me, when my husband started doing the budget at the beginning of September, he was like, why don't we just get rid of Planet Fitness since you don't really go anyway? And I was like, excuse me? And so like I started going to Planet Fitness a lot again, and I feel like if I go at least once a week, that will justify the $10.70 that is auto deducted from our account each month. I need to also create a video thumbnail for the video that I'm going to be uploading on Saturday. I either upload like Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I know that I should just pick one, but it's typically one of those days. And I already have my video done and edited. So I have a couple different videos that are done, and I need to just decide which one I want to upload and make a thumbnail for it. And then I need to also, this is really important, I want to make a fall schedule for myself and also an evening routine. I started making schedules for myself maybe a year and a half ago, and just kind of like an outline of how I want my day to go. And when I follow that, things go really smoothly. It's just like, it puts a system in place, and that is a stress reducer for me. And then also I need to have a written out evening routine. I'm actually going to be filming an evening routine video, but I need to write it out. When my son was an infant, I had a written out evening routine. It was like magneted to our refrigerator, and I would come home and just, you know, make sure that I get all the bullet points done on that list. And hold on, because my son's being really quiet. Okay, everything is good. Everything is good. Yeah, so I need to also make an evening routine. I think that's where we left off. I need to make an evening routine, just like a written list of the things that I need to do in the evening so that I don't waste my time in the evenings, like dilly-dallying, doing things that don't really matter. And then comes 9:30, I'm like, you know, I still need to do a bunch of stuff that could have easily been done earlier. My next set of goals are my work goals. I have a few for work. One is I need to hang up and like do my birthday bulletin board display in my classroom. The first birthday is coming up soon, and I just want to make sure I have all that up. It's something that I meant to do during my classroom setup time, and I just was not able to get into my classroom as early as I wanted to this school year because of a summer program that was in there, but it's all good. I made a sign for my classroom. Like, you know how when you look at all the different Instagram classrooms and Pinterest and YouTube, like teachers have the signs with the big letters in the pretty fonts that say like work hard, be nice, play kind, you matter, all those different things. For the last few years, I've been wanting a sign like that with letters for my classroom, and I finally made one during the break that we had a week off for Hurricane Dorian, and I made one that says love God, love people. That's such a short little quote, but that's basically, as a believer, what God wants us to do. He wants us to love Him and to love others. And if we do those two things, then you're basically fulfilling everything that God would want you to do. So I have a sign that says love God, love people for my classroom. I have been sitting on it for about a week, like not literally sitting on it, but it's just been in my work tote for about a week. And it needs to be hung up. And then I want to find and implement one new engagement strategy in my classroom. One of my goals for myself this year, just as a teacher, has been to make learning more fun. And so I've been doing a lot more whole brain teaching than I was before, or like trying to do it with more, I don't want to say fidelity because it's not fidelity, but I've been refining my technique of doing whole brain teaching in the classroom, and it's working really well for me this year. I've done a lot of the management side of whole brain, but I want to start introducing some more of the academic things. And so some mornings when I'm driving to work, like I'll listen to some whole brain teaching videos on YouTube with Heidi Martin. She is amazing. If you do whole brain teaching and you're not following Heidi Martin, then what are you doing? You can follow her on Instagram. I think it's Whole Brain with Heidi. I'll put it somewhere on the screen. And then also on Facebook, I follow the Whole Brain Teaching Facebook page, and she comes on every Wednesday and does a live webcast. So I need to find and implement one new engagement strategy this week, and then also revise my morning greetings. So in the morning, this is the first year where I'm doing a handshake, high five, or a fist bump as I tell the students good morning when they come in. And I've noticed that some students, like, they kind of are pulling back, like they don't want to do any of those things in the morning. And so I'm not gonna force a child to like shake my hand or give me a high five or whatever if they really don't want to. However, what I do need them to do is to say good morning back to me, because it's just polite. When someone speaks to you, you speak back to them. And so I'm going to kind of go over that with my students Monday morning, let them know like, hey, if you don't want to do one of these things, it's totally fine, but you do need to look at me and say good morning when I look at you and say good morning. And then I have relationship goals. So I only have one relationship goal, and that is to reach out to everyone in my family at least one time this week. When I say everyone in my family, I'm just talking about my family that I grew up with. So I have a mom and a dad, an older sister, a younger sister, and a younger brother. So just make sure that I reach out to everybody at least one time. Those are my goals for this week. I don't know if I'm gonna make a separate video to check back in and follow up and let you guys know how I did with those, or if I'll just tag that on and like put little clips in throughout the week, all in one video, which I'm thinking probably that will be easier, so maybe I'll do that. But those are my goals. If you have any goals that you feel comfortable sharing, let me know what they are. Let us encourage one another, inspire one another, and cheer for one another as we are doing those things that are in our hearts to do. Oh, you know what? I just thought of one more goal. Let me say this. This morning during my quiet time, like I was thinking about how when I was in college, I somehow found out that at the library they do literacy classes for adults who may be illiterate or struggle with reading. And I was thinking about how I really would like to do that again, but I don't know how to get connected with, well, I guess I could like reach out to the library and see if they have any programs. But I was just thinking that that is something I really enjoyed and I would like to do it again. I get to church today and our pastor is talking on this series about crooked lines and how we all have crooked lines in our lives and just things that are not necessarily going in our lives the way that we want them to go, and it could be due to, you know, mistakes that our you know, our own fault, or just sometimes we suffer the consequences based on the decisions of other people and the actions of other people. And so he's talking about all these different things in our lives that can possibly bring us shame. And he was talking about how if you're an adult who is illiterate or you really struggle with reading, you might not want to go to a small group at church because you feel like, you know, are they going to make me read or anything like that. And he was talking about how at the church, like, we can just start something up to help adults who need, you know, that additional assistance with literacy. And I was like, Jesus, I was like, literally, Jesus, I was just talking to you about that this morning. And so I need to reach out to like whoever the right people are, because that is something that I definitely want to get connected and get on board with. So those are my goals for this week. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you have any similar goals or what your goals are, whatever ones you feel comfortable sharing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.